Brock Purdy. The title of the section is why Brock Purdy can't hide anymore. It seems like, not that he's taken the league by surprise, but maybe teams haven't really dialed in on a Brock Purdy specific game plan yet. That's probably going to happen pretty soon. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I'm over here in DC, so by proxy, we have a shit ton of Cowboys fans around here. There's a lot of Cowboys fans, and one of the things that I've been noticing, Grant, with talking to a lot of coaches friends that are friends of mine, family members, just people walking in the street, is nobody is letting Brock Purdy sneak up on them. They actually are planning to stop Brock Purdy. Okay. This isn't we have to make sure that we stop the weapons that surround Brock Purdy, the requisite offense.
Yeah. Because you can't.
The league has woken up, and I was very surprised by that. And I was in a room full of like a barbershop atmosphere, like full of Cowboys fans, and nobody was buying the 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant. He's just trying to get the ball out. And that kind of shocked me, but it is true. Yeah. A lot of people they're seeing Brock Purdy coming now.
Right.
And he's not hiding. And to be honest, that's not just rhetoric, but I think there's a couple of things that stuck out to me in that game that prove that Brock Purdy is more than just a vestige of the offense.
The scheme.
Yeah, I think that we opened up taking shots. Those weren't get comfortable balls. Those were I'm scheming this up for you. This is something you're comfortable doing, and let's go eat. Yeah.
No training wheels, no hand holding. Dog.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in this game.
Even in the second half too, they came out with the ball first and play action passes first. I think the first one was to Juszczyk, but still, they didn't back down.
Yeah, they did not back down at all.
No.
We've been talking about it all week, but the missed shot to Ayuk, I think that even this is kind of weird to say, but I think even Brandon was a little surprised that Brock overlooked Debo to take that shot.
Yeah.
And there were some people at the game as well as yourself, but I had some friends that were at the game as well, and they watched the kind of in between of Brandon Ayuk coming to the sideline, and Kyle was miffed. He went at Brandon for stopping on that route. If you look at the missed touchdown to Brandon Ayuk later in the game, that's not. I gotta trust what my eyes tell me and not what I'm being told. And what I'm seeing is Brock Purdy is aggressive. He is trying to make his stamp. So if you look at the tape, if I looked at the tape and there were no stories told, right? No names on the back of the jerseys. I don't know who this kid is. I would say to myself, this little rascal is a pistol.
He's a playmaker.
This kid is a playmaker. Yeah.
Dangerous in the red zone.
Yeah, especially in the red zone.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
When he gets off schedule, he's not looking not to get hurt. He's looking to make a play.
Yeah. And he makes plays. He's so good at throwing on the run.
Yes. I think that really the offense, what's kind of funny is that Debo mentioned, and it was kind of tongue in cheek, but he was asked about Brock's kind of impromptu skills. And Debo kind of chuckled and said, oh, yeah, he kind of runs around a little bit. And honestly, we kind of get mad at him because we get tired when
yeah.
That. But then he kind of cleaned it up at the end and was like, oh, no, but, we kind of love what he brings to the game.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's just a wrinkle. I think that if Brock Purdy hypothetically was the man, that's what he brings to the table. That's a weapon.
And let's talk about it from a coach's perspective, from Dan Quinn's perspective. Like, you can't cover all 5 of the Niners' weapons. It's impossible. You really can't even tackle some of these guys in the open field. So your game plan starts and ends with getting to Purdy. And I think a big part of that is keeping him in the freaking pocket. You think of him as being a pocket quarterback? Yeah, but he's kind of small, and he doesn't have the biggest arm, and he doesn't make necessarily every throw from the pocket. But once he gets outside the pocket, he's deadly. So I think, to me, part of it is keeping him in the damn pocket, which teams haven't been able to do.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've even seen the fact that Brock's baseball background with his arm slot ability and how he can just flick of the wrist. Like, honestly speaking, all right, so you know the play where there was a middle screen to Elijah Mitchell down in the red zone, and Brock, he pitched. It looked from from the eye, it looked like he scrapped the play, like he can.
Yeah.
But if you look at Brock's, I have the All-22 now, so I'm really watching now. If you look at Brock's reaction after he flicked that, he was trying to get that ball to Elijah Mitchell. He wasn't really trying to dirt that ball.
No. He was mad that he missed it. He was mad.
He was pissed.
Yes. He was pissed.
You know, so even from the pocket, if I had in a word,
the fact that he would attempt that, though, I was like, what? I've never seen that. That's crazy.
Ballsy.
That's a baseball throw. Yeah, it is.
Ballsy. I like it.
I like it too.
And to be honest, from the pocket, I think he's intentional. I've seen him stand in the barrel and know he's going to get hit and still deliver. From the pocket, I think that he's very instinctual. He will step up. Okay, we know that he has that ability to reverse out when he wants to get sexy with it, but Brock will step up. He will step up.
But you got to get him to turn the ball over, right? Like, if you're going to beat the Niners, you got to get him to turn the ball over, and I don't think he's going to do that outside of the pocket. You got to keep him in the pocket where, you know, he might not see that linebacker when he's throwing the slant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that happened a little bit, or he's gotten lucky a little bit.
Well, that's also something that I've started realizing too, because now we're kind of getting into like contextual football, right? There's not a lot of teams around anymore. No. So now in this, all right, every coach at this stage of the game should have his scheme and what he's bringing to the table down pat. What we're bringing right now is matchup games. This is matchup ball. So at this stage of the game, players are going to beat us, not schemes. In the playoffs, players are going to beat us. So if we're looking at Dallas, right, Grant? We're looking at Micah Parsons, right? We're looking at what Uchenna Nwosu did against us in Seattle. For all of the things that we did against Seattle, Uchenna Nwosu had a day against us. He was beating Taylor Croft's. I'm being respectful, man, but Taylor Croft had a rough day against Uchenna Nwosu. And that is hypothetically where Michael Parsons, if I'm watching film, that's where you inject him. You don't put him next to Trent. You don't put him over Aaron Banks. You know, that's where you put him, you know? And I think that Brock, I sound so tilted because there's not much bad that I see from Brock.
And with him in the offense, with him on the field, like, the offense is great. And I feel like to slow it down, you have to have a great defense. And I don't know that anyone has a great defense anymore in the NFL. I don't know if they do. But to me, this is a checklist of stopping the Niners offense with Brock. Shut down the run. Good luck. Shut down the run. Take away the quick passes, which frankly teams have been kind of those little swing passes. You got to take away the quick stuff and the runs, and then keep rocking the pocket.
Something?
Those three things. Yeah.
With the quick passes, though, I saw something else that I didn't see from he who shall not be named. And that is the RPO check to Christian McCaffrey on the backside slant. That was supposed to be a screen to the other side. And Brock canned that and found Christian on the backside. Like, Grant, I don't think that they're managing him. I think that Brock he's showing experience on time on task, and he's growing in front of us because he didn't look like this against Miami. Right. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
He didn't look like this against Miami. And another thing, one quick question, Grant. I'm going to say is, does Jimmy find Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell on those two touchdowns?
No, absolutely not. And, no. And would he make that play where he hit Ayuk, but Ayuk dropped it? Like, not in a million years. Sorry. And that's why when people are like, oh, it's all the scheme or Brock. No, dude, like Mac Jones wouldn't make those plays. Like
No.
Brock Purdy's actually kind of special. And he's given you everything the Niners hope they would get from Trey Lance, so you can't be mad.
And
all I
how
want to say,
they're calling it. How they're calling it. Like those shot plays, that if you call that means that he's been doing that in practice.
True. And you have supreme confidence. Yeah. But all I want to say is, look, if the Niners are going to lose this game, it kind of feels like they're going to have to beat themselves. And if they beat themselves, that's probably going to be Brock turning the ball over, because that's just how football is. And he hasn't been that guy yet. But I wonder if, like for example, like the Dan Quinn factor, like he's good. He knows Kyle. They faced each other twice since they, separated, and Quinn's given up 22 points and 23 points. Lost one, won one. So what's he got in store for Brock Purdy? What does he see? I mean, so far we know that Brock likes to throw left more than right. I mean, maybe you put Diggs on that side and sort of dare him to throw to the left, and then put Micah Parsons on his left and say, hey, roll out to your left and see how you like that. Like, maybe those are two things you can do to sort of, I don't know, force him into some not weaknesses, but things he's not as comfortable with.
Okay, well, I hear that. The best real estate of the field is the middle of the field.
That's true.
I feel that's where Brock is his strongest, and not even intermediate. Like, I'm talking about 15 to 20 yards out.
And it's going to be wide open against Dallas.
Yeah,
because their linebackers can't cover it.
I honestly think that we keep this game in the middle of the field, and we don't go where the bullshit is. Why are we throwing deep outs if we don't need to throw?
Not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I just feel like and again, this is the strength of our team. We play complementary ball. Mm-hmm. We're going to slow this thing down. Mm-hmm. We're going to make Dallas play physical against us. Yeah. And they're going to have to prove that they have the same identity that they say they have as us. They're going to have to prove that.
And I think to beat the Niners, you're going to have to score.
We ain't going to throw the ball 66 times.
No, but they're probably going to score close to 30, if not more. So to beat the Niners, I don't know if teams have good enough defenses to win that way. You probably need to score a lot against this Niners defense, which has been MIA, in a coma for the last, but they're coming back. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.